Hey, we're starting a little bit earlier than expected. The only reason why I do like a schedule stream is so that way I know the streams will actually go through. Because when you actually schedule something, YouTube hooks it up a little bit. You know, they make sure the streams actually play through. But what is up, guys? Chase Alba here, bringing you a Sunday night stream off of what was a pretty busy wrestling day, you could say. So I just finished watching Impact not too long ago, so it's fresh in my brain. Sorry for all the Impact fans that think, oh, why do I put Impact on the side? How come I don't review it the night of? Like, look, I'm just going to be real with you guys here when it comes down to it, and I talked about it with my other video, like my last Impact review. I don't like reviewing stuff when I'm feeling depressed. Just sometimes it's good to not watch wrestling all the time, plus with preseason football coming back and all these other things. Much rather watch that than watch Impact Wrestling. Sorry. Just how it comes down to it. Plus, when it comes to Monday Night Raw reviews, you know, I kind of like doing those with WrestlingWithWrestling.com. Andre Corbeil supports those. So that's just something that I normally do with Andre Corbeil. Sometimes I would love to skip a Raw review. Trust me. But when it comes down to it, this is going to be a live stream. Tonight, we're going to be talking about Impact Wrestling. I'm going to review the most recent edition of Impact Wrestling. And we are also going to be talking about the G1 Climax 2018. I'm going to tell you guys my favorite matches from the G1 Climax and everything like that. As well, we are going to be doing a Q&A. So hopefully you're not doing anything important your Sunday night. One of the last few Sunday nights of summer if you're people who go to school. But anyways, here I am live here on YouTube. And let's get started talking about Impact Wrestling for August 9th, 2018. The show kicked off with LAX and the OGs fighting each other inside the Rebel Complex Center. And not going to lie, this was kind of an awkward kickoff. I was sitting there watching it, and I was just like, this is really, really weird. I don't know what is trying to be accomplished here. There was no commentary. There was weird pipe noises in the background that felt like the fans weren't really seeing this in real time. And if they were, what kind of reactions were they giving? Because it felt really piped in. It was just an awkward start to the show. Then you kick to the Impact opening. You have Josh Matthews and Don Callis, and they act like this is normal. They're just sitting there, and they're like, after a midst of seeing the brawl, like, where's the worry in Josh Matthews' voice? Where's Don Callis freaking out about this? You know, he just assaulted security, the OGs. Like, wouldn't Don Callis have a little bit more worry? Wouldn't, like, you know, since we know that he is someone behind the scenes, they made it clear on television that he's not just a commentator, that he is someone worked behind the scenes. They have made that clear. Wouldn't Don Callis show a little bit more worry than him just being like, oh, well, yeah, they just fought? Kind of weak, not gonna lie. I was just not really a big fan of how Impact opened up, and I just thought that it was just very, very, very lackluster. Then you get the opening match with the Bone Soldier and Petey Williams taking on the Desi Hit Squad, and all these weeks of building up the Desi Hit Squad, and then Desi Hit Squad's the team that loses. I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, Chase, look at the match quality, and here's the thing. If you want a YouTube channel that reviews match quality, go find someone else. If you want a YouTube channel that talks about other things besides match quality, you come to the right place, because here's the thing. Yes, the match was good, but the whole time you've been building up Desi Hit Squad for the last 2 to 3 weeks on your show, and then they lose against a thrown-together tag team like Petey Williams and Taiji Ishimori. Not a fan of it. And I don't even know if there's going to be any follow-up with it. Are we going to see the Desi Hit Squad be punished for failing and everything like that? Like, I don't know if we're going to see a follow-up on it, because that's the one thing that I've noticed about Impact is that some of the follow-up on some of their storylines have just been kind of hit or miss, like Congo Khan and Johnny Impact. I thought we were going to get a match soon. I thought that there was going to be something with these guys, but no, nothing. Unless I've missed something, and unless I haven't been paying that close attention. I have notes here. I've been watching the show. What did Johnny Impact and Congo Khan do this week? I didn't see Jimmy Jacobs at all on my television screen saying that Congo Khan's going to beat up Johnny Impact. Sometimes I feel like when I watch Impact, there's stuff that just drops. Like, it's just like, they'll have a storyline, they'll have someone with momentum, and then they kind of take them off TV for a little bit. And they kind of like just put them onto the side, and then it's just like we don't see them for a while. But then don't worry, there's a video package, so that's okay. The video package will get you through. To me personally, not something that I'm a fan of. It's just like, hey, you're going to build up this Johnny Impact and Congo Khan thing. Go all the way with it. Get that match going. Why is this match not happening sooner? Why is this match not happening next week or this week? You've been building it up, and it just feels like I don't even know if it's going to happen anytime soon. Because they didn't announce it for next week. We got all these other matches announced for next week, but I didn't see no Congo Khan and Johnny Impact. It's a match I'm looking forward to. And the more and more you put it off, the more and more my mind forgets about it. And then when you do finally announce it, it'll be kind of like, oh, wait, a little bit too late. Sometimes Impact has that problem where they rush storylines and they just kind of end abruptly, or they'll have a storyline and they just don't continue it. Or what they will also do is have storylines that end up having similar matches that you've seen on pay-per-view, such as LAX versus the OGs. LAX and OGs had a 51-50 street fight at Slammiversary. Now next week on Impact, for free on Pop TV, you can see a street fight, anything goes, no ring or anything like that. For me, I say to myself, why did I watch the pay-per-view then if I'm just going to get the same type of matchup? Yeah, sure, different. Yeah, there's no ring. They're going to be actually brawling. It's going to be cool, I guess. But at the same time, as a viewer, I'm sitting there and I say to myself, sometimes I'm just like, man, it's the same repetitive stuff. It's the same thing. Like, I've seen this already. I already seen these fools in a street fight. Give me something different. Give me a different stipulation match. Like, why would I want to pay? Why did I pay to see one thing and then want to see the same thing? You know, pay-per-views are meant for payoffs. Pay-per-views are not meant to, hey, let's continue the feud to the next one. Especially for Impact's sake, because Impact only does 3 to 4 pay-per-views a year. They need their pay-per-views to feel like, oh, that's the end-all, be-all of the feud. Like, it just feels like certain feuds are just continuing, and I'm just asking myself, why are these feuds continuing? Like LAX and the OGs, I understand why they would want to continue that feud, but do something different with it. And then you look at the other hand, Pentagon Jr. had an okay, forgettable match with Matt Sydal. It was honestly not a good match from either man. I just felt like either man did not really get a good connection going from them whatsoever. And then afterwards, you have it where Sami Callihan is still trying to be upset with Pentagon Jr. He shaved Dave Chris's head for failing in the tag match, and it's just like, why are we continuing with this Pentagon and Sami Callihan feud? The feud ended. Callihan should be moving on to other things. Pentagon Jr. should be moving on to other things. Callihan should not be, you know, fooling around with, you know, Pentagon Jr. still. That's just something for me where I'm just like, hey, why is this feud not progressing? Why are these wrestlers not progressing? Why are they in the same feud? It feels like I watched this feud already leading into the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view happened, and I'm getting more weeks and weeks of the same stuff. Those are a little bit of my negatives for Impact Wrestling this week, because honestly, out of all the weekly shows I've reviewed, this is probably one of the, not one of the better episodes. Like, I'll be honest with you guys, this was probably the worst Impact episode I've seen since I started reviewing them on a weekly basis, just because it was just like, I've seen most of the stuff already. Like Tessa Blanchard versus Alicia, that was just a filler match. But like the one thing that kind of like bugged me a little bit was that Allie cut like a promo. And I swear to God, I don't know what's wrong with Allie. Is her promos just like always been this bad? Because I just don't feel any emotion when she cuts promos. I really don't feel any emotions when she cuts promos. Like literally, Allie was just going there. She cuts a promo and everything like that. She's saying, I'm going to take down Su Yung, title or not. And this is where I'm like, okay, timeout, Impact. If Allie and Su Yung doesn't need the title, why the fuck is Su Yung champion? Why don't you just give the belt to Tessa Blanchard at this point? Because really, to be honest, like, it's just dumb for Allie to face Su Yung in a match where it's a non-title, but it's so personal that the title should also be on the line. Like, to me, it's just something where that just kind of just doesn't make sense to me. And then you have Tessa Blanchard cut her promo, and she's trying to say, oh, Allie, by the way, you know, if you are facing Su Yung next week and the title's on the line, I'm going to be involved. Well, if the title's not on the line and if Tessa Blanchard gets involved, then I'm going to be so fucking confused, because why would Tessa Blanchard get involved in a non-title fight that doesn't really matter to her? So what, if Allie beats Su Yung? Yeah, then that makes sense for Tessa Blanchard to get involved. But during the match, if Tessa Blanchard gets involved, it would make no sense to me. And then when it comes down to it, Kiera Hogan, you suck. You're on my shit list. You're boring. No mic skills. I'm sorry. You may have the last name Hulk Hogan, brother, but you definitely don't have the personality of a Hogan, brother. But other than that stuff, you know, the main event was actually pretty damn solid between Eddie Edwards and Austin Aries. I'm not a fan of always dark, edgy characters in wrestling. It's just something that I feel like Impact relies on too much, and it gets a lot of fans that do like Impact a lot more say like, oh yeah, this is what Impact does. They are edgy. And it's good that, you know, Impact is edgy, but not every character that you have needs to be dark and edgy. And I feel like with Eddie Edwards, gets sometimes it's like, you know, he's doing good with this character. Not really a big fan of it, you know. And it's not that I don't like dark, edgy characters. I do. But it's just, I feel like Impact, that's their little well. Next to Factions, they love their dark, edgy characters. Oh, Impact, if they could have a roster full of dark, edgy characters, make every pay-per-view a Monsters Ball and a six, and 6 Sides of Steel, oh, they would do it. But yeah, Aries and Edwards was a fine matchup. Solid main event. Killer Cross comes in, and he ends up being aligned with Austin Aries. Where will this lead? You know, I could easily just say, like, I'm not really a big fan of this, but I have to wait and see where it leads for me to actually ultimately. I actually felt like Killer Cross would be better off on his own, in my personal opinion. I don't really feel like he needs to be paired with Austin Aries. But hey, maybe Killer Cross, I don't know. Killer Cross seems like he can cut a promo by himself. I don't see why he needs Austin Aries. No Scarlett Bordeaux this week. Maybe that was the problem with this episode of Impact. There wasn't that much of the smoke show. Like, if we had Scarlett Bordeaux just, you know, cut a promo for like 10 minutes, I think I would have liked this episode like 10 times more. But no, honestly, like this week's episode of Impact, you know, not the worst thing I've ever seen when it comes to wrestling. Like, I know people are going to like hear the portion of the Impact review of this live stream, and they're just like, oh man, Chase, you're just hating on. I'm not trying to hate on Impact. I'm giving you guys my review. You guys, Impact fans want me to review Impact Weekly. People say that I don't give Impact fair chances. I like the last 2 weeks of Impact. That was good stuff. This week's episode of Impact, kind of lame. Not gonna lie. Like, besides the main event, it was an okay type of show. I don't even say okay type of show, a meh show. Like, I feel like if I skip this week's episode of Impact, I don't feel like I missed that much other than that Killer Cross and Austin Aries aligned. But Impact does a bunch of video packages anyway, so I feel like I would know what's going on. But overall, Impact this week was a meh episode. You know, definitely not one of their best foot forwards coming out and stuff like that. Speaking of Impact, they had their TV tapings tonight, so we're going to have those spoilers going around the place. So if you guys have spoilers, you know, I do say don't post them in the chat, because some people do take the Impact spoilers very, very seriously. So just be kind to your brother and your sister that, you know, really doesn't want to be spoiled on Impact Wrestling and stuff like that. Just be kind to those type of people. And plus, I don't like reading the spoilers, because I like to know what's going on beforehand. You know, I'd like to not know what's going on beforehand. I like to like kind of go in Impact blind just to see what they're trying to do. Like, I don't understand these Impact fans get mad at me and then they read all the spoilers and stuff like that. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, Impact Wrestling this week was a meh show. So that's the end of the Impact. That's the end of this portion of the stream, the Impact portion of the stream. So if you guys have any thoughts about Impact, leave them in the chat. I'll read them off when I see them. Now we're going to talk about the G1 Climax 2018, G1 Climax 28. And honestly, I will say this. This G1 was definitely, match quality-wise, one of the better G1s for sure. A lot of crazy good matches. My personal favorite matches from the G1 was Zack Sabre Jr. versus Kota Ibushi. Kota Ibushi versus Tetsuya Naito. Tomohiro Ishii versus Kenny Omega. Omega versus Ibushi. Okada versus sorry, I'm drawing a blank. I always stutter when I try to do the Japanese names sometimes. Okada versus Tanahashi. That ended the draw. Really good matchup. I actually enjoyed that one a lot. You know, those were some matches that I enjoyed a lot. Sonata versus Ishii was another good match I liked. Sonata versus Naito was a little bit disappointing, but I still liked it at the end. But overall, man, a really good G1. But, man, I told people, I said it. You know, my boy JC, he came in the chat. He said, hey, Chase, who you think should win? Who you think's going to win the G1? And I said, go Ace. I said, it looks like it's a Tanahashi win. And by God, it was a Tanahashi win. Now, here's the thing. Remember, Tanahashi, what's it called? Tanahashi does not need to go on and face off against Kenny Omega. He can choose any champion. Maybe he'll go on to face Chris Jericho. Who knows? Maybe Tanahashi will go on to fight IWGP Intercontinental Champion Chris Jericho or something like that. Who knows? But Tanahashi ended up winning the G1. And this led to a lot of people being mad that Ibushi didn't win the G1. Here's the thing. I think that, New Japan looks at it as this. They rely on the same talent. Like, that's the thing about New Japan. They look at who's marketable, who's making money for them. They don't care about what's selling on pro wrestling tees and stuff like that. They only care what's doing well in the Japanese market at this point in time. Because New Japan knows, hey, look, we're trying to expand to the United States. We're trying to expand to North America. We're trying to expand to be a worldwide company. But right now, man, Tanahashi is still rolling in the big bucks for us. And when it comes down to it, we're going to go with what we believe in. We're going to go with who we trust. They're just going to go with Tanahashi. No offense to Ibushi. Ibushi hasn't always been loyal to New Japan. Tanahashi, it doesn't seem like he's going to leave anytime soon. And if Ibushi gets a big contract from another company besides New Japan, he would most likely sign it. It's not like Kota Ibushi is going to say no to more money and stuff like that. So when it comes down to it, people need to stop being mad and being like, oh, New Japan. Here's the thing. I feel like New Japan relies on the same, relies on the same formula. They rely on the same formula. They rely on the same guys for the past, 10 years. They have their 4 people that, they have their 4 people that they still rely on. They like to rely on those 4 people because those 4 people get the job done. They bring in the house money. They bring in the house show. That's it. Tanahashi, Okada, Naito, and Omega. Before, Naito became a thing, it was Shinsuke. Before Omega became a thing, it was AJ. Before AJ became a thing, it was Brock for a minute and stuff like that. Tanahashi got the win. Was Ibushi the better story? Probably not. If you looked at it, Tanahashi was more of a better story. Started off the year with all these injuries. People were wondering if this was the last truly great year of the Ace. Saying, has the Ace been replaced? Because originally in the beginning of the year, Okada was, the god among boys and stuff like that. With his undefeated streak, Kenny Omega was making a name on the rise. Tanahashi just wasn't looking like himself. You didn't think Tanahashi would be moving on forward. You didn't think Tanahashi would even have a chance in the G1. So Tanahashi really was a way better story than Ibushi, who was looking to once again get a chance to fight his friend, his boy, Kenny Omega, and another match at Wrestle Kingdom. So we'll just have to wait and see what New Japan does. But New Japan, they are kind of complacent when it comes to certain things. They're the ones that wanted to go with Tanahashi. At the end of the day, I'm not mad with it. I predicted it. I knew it was going to happen. The thing is, you could be mad at sometimes what you predict, but at the same time, if you always upset about a certain situation that you predict, then why would you get mad? I know if I knew that was going to happen, I ain't going to be too upset about it. Yeah, I may be annoyed. I'm why does Tanahashi really need this? But I'm not going to be throwing a hissy fit. So, at the end of the day, Tanahashi, congratulations to him. Go Ace. He won. Now, that's it for the G1 Climax. We talked about some Impact Wrestling. The rest of this stream for about 20 minutes, because I'm going to try to make this stream a little bit shorter. People keep complaining your streams are too long. I don't know why. I thought people liked me talk. I'll keep it up to an hour. But yeah, Q&A time, guys. Q&A. We will talk about anything we got. Tanahashi beating Omega. Well, yeah, dude, that would give Omega, a chance to leave New Japan. Oh, yeah, I heard about the hardcore guy from TNA versus Kenny. I'm excited for that matchup. Omega versus Pentagon Jr. is a good matchup. I think they've only touched a few times, but they never really had I don't think they've ever had a one-on-one match before. So that's the match I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I know CPZ and Kadeem. I know you guys love it, but there's people, aka YouTube, they don't like me doing such long streams. They always get mad at me. They say, hey, keep your streams short. I don't know why. Thoughts on the supposed scandal of your favorite superstar, Randall Keith Orton? Here's the thing. First of all, How old was this episode? Can someone get me the information of Court Bauer's podcast? Like, someone said they were listening to this old episode. They were listening to this old episode of Court Bauer's, what's it called? Podcast. You know, the Court Bauer's podcast and stuff like that. Like what old episode? Like, and why you choose something about Randy Orton? Like, that's bullying. All right? Now, everyone's going to be like, Chase, that's you defending Orton. But, hey, that's bullying right there. That's, what's it called? That's fucked up. But yeah, no, when it comes down to it, man, what Randy Orton does makes him a dick. But at least, man, at least Randy Orton is being who he is. And we got to support him in this time of need and stop trying to paint him as some villain that has done something wrong. Because you know what? He was just doing a practical joke, man. He's the Viper, damn it. I don't know, man. Like, it's kind of fucked up at the same time. It's funny at the same time. I don't know. I just want to know how old was this episode, man. Like, someone just was listening to old Court Bauer at the end. And Court Bauer is a snitch, dog. Like, stop being a snake, man. Too many snakes in wrestling. First Colt Cabana, boom, boom, and now Court Bauer. Yeah, man. Zack Sabre Jr. now just has to eat a cheeseburger, Saddle Badass. Maybe he'll win then. All right, man. Is CM Punk going to be broke after paying all these legal fees? I don't know, man. I think ROH can pay some money. CM Punk seems desperate enough to go back to the WWE. But yeah, no, I think he's fine with all the... Punk has enough money. He's not going to go broke, man. He's not going to go broke. Like, I don't know why people think, oh, CM Punk's going broke. Like, let's keep in mind, when he was on top, he was making, like, at least $1 million with the contract. Plus, you don't even count merchandise, sponsors outside of the WWE and everything like that. You know, so yeah. What did Orton do? Oh, y'all didn't hear this story? I thought this was like already a story that was known. So anyways, Orton, what's it called? Orton was all like, I guess Court Bauer said in the thing that Randy Orton used to pull out his dick. And like no, I'm being dead serious. Randy Orton used to pull out his dick and would like rub his dick in front of new riders. And then later on asked them to shake his hand after rubbing his dick and everything like that. And then Randy Orton was all like, would cut promos on these people while his dick was still out there. Like, he was just like letting his dick hang out. And he would be mad that they want to shake his hand, and he would like burn them out to like Steph and Vince for saying that they were trying to big league him. And so I guess Court Bauer never suffered this fate because Stephanie walked in when Randy Orton was trying to do it to him. So like that's why sometimes I feel like this story is just something that Court Bauer's trying to throw at my boy Orton. You know, you didn't shake the fucking dick hand, so how dare you, you know, accuse Randy Orton doing this to other writers. But yeah, apparently that's what Randy Orton has been doing, man. Tanahashi versus Omega. Yeah, I've seen that match a couple times though, man. Yeah, I know YouTube is annoying. This is Orton's 8th strike. This is like his 12th strike, man. He's done so much shit, man. Randy Orton will never be fired. What do you think about Cena's sixth move of doom will be? The engagement ring. That's the 6th move of doom. He will propose to any random chick and then they'll dump him. Yeah, I know Michael Cole. Michael Cole, baby. I just laugh at it. I'm just like, man, dude, he's just pulling a prank, man. Would I shake Randy Orton's hand? Sure, why not, dude? Man, for all Randy Orton knows, I fucking picked my ass before shaking his hand. Like, you know? Thoughts on TNA cutting off Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix TV tapings, possibly connected to rumors they're going to WWE? Well, yeah, it makes sense for Impact to do that. Like, why would Impact want to promote Pentagon and Phoenix, you know, if they're going to go, move on to TV, to WWE? Most likely they're going there. You know, Pentagon and Phoenix want to go there. That's what they want to choose. Let them do it. And I feel like they'll be fine. I mean, WWE loves the Latin stars. I don't know why people worry about... Like, here's the thing. If a black or Asian wrestler is going to WWE, you should be worried. When a white man or a Mexican star is going to WWE, why y'all worried? Like, I'm going to make a video about Kenny Omega being fine in the WWE in the future and everything like that. But, like, when it comes down to it, Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix, they're going to be fine. They're high flyers. They're Hispanic. They actually have characters besides Kalisto. I mean, Kalisto, all his characters like Lucha. Grand Metalik and Lynn Dorado, they're just like there for the paycheck, man. They don't want to do that CMLL style anymore. They're tired of that shit. You know, they're like, man, dude, this is chilling, man. We get to travel around the world, get some good stuff covered, and we get merchandise t-shirts. Yeah, man, they're fun, man. So yeah, when it comes down to it, man, Pentagon Jr. and Phoenix, they'll be fine in WWE. They're not gonna be main eventers right away, but why do people expect people to win the main event title all the way, man? Like, it just makes no sense. Any idea for the WrestleMania main event next year? Well, CPZ. I feel like the main event should be Rock versus Brock too. At this point, why not, man? If Brock Lesnar's gonna have a big year next year, facing Daniel Cormier and becoming the UFC heavyweight champion, why not have him face The Rock at WrestleMania? I feel like that's like the main event. They should really go with 35, man. You really need to have like a star main event. Who cares about the young talent, man? Like, these young talent guys are never going to get over. None of these young talent guys will ever get over at this point, man. Fans don't know who they want. You know, Roman Reigns is just not there yet. Seth Rollins is not there yet. Dean Ambrose is definitely not there yet. Finn Balor sucks. Kevin Owens is whatever. Care Bear sucks. Like, you know, we just don't know what these guys are doing. Just give us like Rock versus Triple H, or Rock versus Brock 2, or how, if you really want Roman to like become a heel, have him face Rock and Roman Reigns or something like that. Like, that should be your main event for WrestleMania, man. Like, don't plan these like rookie, man. And if you need these young up and comers to face anyone, have Roman face Cena again. That was a good matchup last time. Why not? Roman and Cena again, that's fine for the undercard. You know, have Seth Rollins face off against, like, you know, maybe he can break Sting's neck again or something. I don't know, man. Like, but I know for the main event for sure at 35, you just need a star main event, dude. Like, you just need a main event where it's just like, oh man, like a casual fan will be like, yeah, I'm fucking watching this no matter what. Like, Rock and Triple H can get that type of buzz, but definitely Rock and Brock too. Like, I feel like that's it. Like, you go all in on The Rock this year, to be honest. Like, right now, The Rock, he needs to realize, man, movies like Skyscraper and Rampage, yeah, sure, you're making them, but they're not good. And you need to just show people what you're good at. Not being stiff in all these stupid movies, man. Stop it. Like, Rock, for every one Jumanji you make like fucking 5 Skyscrapers. Your most successful thing is being a side character in Fast and Furious, man. Alright? I love The Rock, man. You know, I respect the dude. He has hustle and grind. But these bad movies need to stop. And he needs to remind people that he's the Draboni eating, pie eating, trailblazing, eyebrow raising, kicking ass Triple H to Brock. You can't be ready because he's going to take you down to the SmackDown hotel, know your role, and shut your mouth. That was a terrible rendition, but you gotta, why can't I talk, man? I'm blaming this Sanaya for me not being able to talk right now. Nah, I've been getting over sickness too. What is your favorite SmackDown vs. Raw game? Jay Barden, my favorite SmackDown vs. Raw game is SmackDown vs. Raw 06. Best GM mode in my personal opinion. Funny ass story mode. Like, you can make Rey Mysterio run over Teddy Long. Like, how fucked up is that? You know, the ECW storyline too. The Raw story mode's good. That's my favorite SmackDown vs. Raw. I like the roster. Everything about that is great, man. Oh, you don't watch Raw anymore, Glow Navy Gaming TV? That's good. At least you have a mind, a sane mind, unlike me. Thoughts on the rumors about Rusev leaving at SummerSlam? I wouldn't be surprised. Like, isn't his contract up at that point? Like, it would make sense for Rusev to leave, man. Like, why would he want to stay? There would be no point of him staying. He's done what they needed to do. They gave him a championship match. Let him go out there and do what he wants, you know? It's fine. He'll be fine on the independents. I don't know if he'll become a... Because, like, here's the thing. I don't think he'll book himself like Ryback, where Ryback had made himself unbookable. So, yeah. Do you feel like Woken's Matt's character has run its course? I feel like WWE just doesn't jump like doing Hardy Compound stuff. I think they just don't get it. Like, we don't want to see Woken Matt wrestle. We just want to see him at the Hardy Compound at his own personal zoo doing all this goofy shit. We don't need to see, like, Matt Hardy, like, wrestling. Like, no. Like, that's what we did. We didn't want that. We just want goofy shit, man. Do you have any dream matches with Jay White in it? Jay White versus the Ocean. Who fucking wins? The Ocean, because Jay White sucks. Would you say WWE in 2018 is worse than 2015? No, 2015 WWE sucks, man. 2018 WWE, here's the thing. 2015 WWE, wasn't that Wrestle 31 was at least there, huh? Yeah. I don't know, man. 2015 for the whole year was terrible, though. Who do you think is Triple H's worst and best signing so far? Oh, worst signing is easily Sin Cara. All that fucking hype, Kadeem, for Sin Cara. and you didn't get anything out of it. Like you hyped up Mystico. And not only that, you damaged the stock of Mystico so bad that even when he left WWE, he was just ruined. Like that was the worst signing, man. Like Triple H felt that, and to Triple H's credit and WWE's credit, they were probably getting the next big star. Was it Sin Cara's fault? Absolutely. But it's also Triple H's fault for not sending him down to FCW, treating him like he was already a main event player when he really wasn't at the WWE level yet. Because here's the thing. Sin Cara, like I know a lot of people laugh every time I mention this or don't really notice. He is one of the top 10 draws in wrestling history. And that's not even a fucking joke. Go look it up. He has sold out so many arenas, made so much money from He's like a cult legend over there, dude. Like, people don't understand that. Like, people just think, like, oh, that like it's a joke. No, there's a reason why he had, like, a huge following and all this hype. You know, it wasn't because of his in-ring skills or anything like that. It was just because he was a draw. Like, this dude would draw money. It was his character. Mystico was a wonderful character, and it was just, that was the worst signing that Triple H had because he didn't take care of it well. But the best signing for Triple H, see, that's like a really hard one because he's had so many good signings. But I would have to say Kevin Owens is one of his best signings for sure. I mean, you didn't think Kevin Steen would do anything in WWE. You thought, oh man, that's pretty cool that he's getting to live his dream. He's always wanted to be there. But now, you know, like, Kevin Owens is like a guy that, you know, is one of the golden children. He's always in big matches. He always finds his way in big feuds. Yeah, he's not always used correctly. But you look at Kevin Owens' track record, dude. Like, minus sometimes where he's not doing shit, he has a good track record in WWE. He's always in a big feud somewhere or somehow every year. Shane McMahon last year, Cena a couple years back, you know, Universal Champion the year before that. You know, Kevin Owens always is like in a good position. And he has to be Triple H's best signing so far. You know, Finn Balor, if they were actually doing stuff with him, that would kind of be like their signing, that I would say. But he's not doing anything. But he's not the worst. Like, Sin Cara is definitely the worst, man. Oh, well, he better eat a cheeseburger still, man. I don't care. What's up, Batman? How you doing? Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey would make sense, but I feel like they need a star matchup. Can Pentagon be a main eventer down the line? Oh, in WWE? Yeah, absolutely. Especially if his masks are selling. Yeah, for sure. He can be a main eventer on SmackDown. Yeah, exactly, dude. Every Latino star goes to SmackDown. That's it. Top 3 favorite Rock movies. Oh, man. Damn, dude. Like, honestly, 1 and 2 are always Run Down and Walking Tall. Like, it's not even close, Kadeem. Like, like his first 2 original movies, love those. Then afterwards, man, it depends on my mood. Like what I mean by my mood is, like, depends on, like, if I like comedy rock, Central Intelligence, or The Game Plan. Like, those 2 are really good. But if I'm looking for an action movie from The Rock, not counting Fast 5, because that's just cheap, man. Like, what's it called? That's just like a cheap one. There's this one Netflix movie. I don't know if it was a Netflix original, but I forgot the name of it. But it's a good movie. I liked it. I was like, this is like the best Rock movie. That was actually one of my favorite Rock movies I've seen. And I didn't even know he made this movie. It was about this true story about this bank being robbed of all this money and stuff like that. And The Rock was like the lead police officer in this. He was actually good in that movie. And it was actually a good movie. Like, I remember watching it one day, and I was just like, dude, this is a good movie and stuff like that. Yeah. So, I forgot the bank movie, what the name of it is, and I'm not going to, like, Wikipedia it. But it was on Netflix for a while. One of my personal favorite Rock movies. Maybe y'all in the chat can remember it, man. So, yeah. But, yeah, those are my 3 favorite Rock movies. Well, 5 favorite, I guess you could say. Who's my least favorite wrestler in WWE? Garbage Man, a.k.a. Eric Rowan. As much as I shit on Care Bear and as much as I shit on Balor, nothing's worse than the original piece of trash known as Garbage Man. He sucks. Oh, I'm a Here Comes the Pain guy, Jay Barden. You know, Shut Your Mouth is a great video game. It's awesome. But Here Comes the Pain, man, like, so many great memories of just me playing Here Comes the Pain, dude. Like, I've done the season mode, like, for 5 years straight and everything. Like, I knew everything about the season mode. Like, and then, like, also, too, when I play that game and I watch stuff and I'm like, man, dude, I can't believe it. You know, I couldn't believe this storyline situation happened. Do you feel Scarlett Bordeaux is what Emelina was supposed to be? In a sense, yeah, CPZ, that's a good point. I never really thought of it like that. But in a sense, yeah, if you felt like Emelina was supposed to be like the Smoke Show, yeah. It's a shame that Emma didn't like that character, and well, I don't know even know what Tennille Dashwood is doing now. I think she's in Ring of Honor. But yeah, it kind of makes sense, right? I feel like that's the route that they were originally probably trying to go with Emelina, make her like a sex symbol, make her where she's counterculture to all these women and what they are. That's why I like Scarlett Bordeaux, because she's counterculture. You know, it's not just wrestling counterculture, it's just the whole counterculture. All this world about everything being sexist and everything like that. She just breaks it all in. I love it. That's what a star is. Not like someone that's like, oh, you know, blah, blah, blah. What are your thoughts on the movie Gridiron Gang? I like Gridiron Gang. Here's the thing. Gridiron Gang is one of my favorite sports movies ever. But the thing is, Xander, I need to be in the mood to watch Gridiron Gang. Because Gridiron Gang is a sad-ass movie. Like, I'm sorry, man. Gridiron Gang is, like, sad, dude. Like, nothing can ever go right for these characters, man. Like, you just watch the movie, that one fool comes out of prison, and then he dies right away. Like, you thought, man, I got an emotional connection with this guy. And he dies right out of the way. So you're sad that that dude died. Then Junior and everything like that. Man, that movie's sad, dude. And then when you watch the prologue and the little kid dies, like that one guy. Oh, I was sad about that. So, but yeah, no, dude. But I like Gridiron Gang. But I like, the thing is, it's not a good Rock movie. You know, Rock's okay. Like, he's solid in that movie. But like, when I think of a good Rock movie, I think about like his performance, and I'm like, man, The Rock was great in this movie, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I love The Rock. I like that he's all like hustling and everything like that. He's a badass, man. Like, how can you disrespect The Rock? I'm just saying, man, he makes too many bad movies, man. Like, there's not, like, for every, like, good movie he makes, there's, like, always a bunch of bad ones he makes where I'm just like, oh, my God, why? Like, Rampage and Skyscraper. Rampage has so much hype, man. So much hype. Skyscraper, like, he was hyping this up to the moon. Rampage was okay. Like, you know, I wasn't mad when I saw that. Skyscraper, I was legit pissed. Like, I just sat there and I was like, did I really sit through this shit? Like, Skyscraper was bad. Like, Rampage, that was okay. Like, I was like, okay, that's cool. It didn't really fit with what the video games were all about. And the monkey was funny as hell. But it was just like, Skyscraper, was like, Rock promised us it was like Die Hard and Tower Inferno. There was nothing about that felt like Die Hard and Tower. Die Hard was like non-stop action. Like, this movie, Rock was trying to goop around, and his kids had like some issues that didn't really matter anyways. And it was just like, there was no suspense. Like, the only suspenseful thing in Skyscraper is when Rock has to jump through and they give it away in the trailers. Like, is The Rock doing that thing where he jumps off the canopy and he's trying to reach it? That's the only scene in that whole movie where you're like, like, no, Skyscraper was bad. Like, yeah. Oh, Cain Velasquez was showing at the TV tapings. Well, I guess we better start that Kane train, baby. Go, Kane, go, Kane, go, Kane, go. Who do you think has the best and worst mask in wrestling? And who would you buy wrestling masks? Best mask is Rey Mysterio. Worst mask is the artist formerly known as Mystico's new mask, Mystizi. I don't like his mask. I'd buy old school Mystical mask. I have some Rey Mysterio mask. I have a bunch of masks. I just don't feel like getting up and getting them right now. I'd buy a Pentagon mask. A Phoenix mask would be pretty tight. I like Callisto's mask, but not really like the long portion at the end. But yeah, those are masks that I like. Is that TNA interviewer like Renee Young in a way? I don't even know her name. So, no. At least Renee Young had personality. Honest thoughts on El Kukui. Kurt the Fighter reclaim his Tiramisu McNugget division throw. Why was he kicking steel pipes, man? Like, fucking psychopath, man. Fucking psychopath, man. Thoughts on Tekashi 69. Well, let me Google this so I know what that is. Is it a movie? Tekashi 69. Oh, the rapper? I don't even know anything about him, man. I know he did stuff with Enzo for a bit, right? So, yeah. What wrestling game are you most likely to play? Fire Pro Wrestling World or WWE 2K19? Most likely Fire Pro Wrestling World. I don't know, man. 2K19... I gotta see gameplay of that first. At least I know what I'm getting with Fire Pro Wrestling World. So probably Fire Pro Wrestling World, man. What are your thoughts on Renee Young being part of the commentary team for tomorrow's Raw? That's my thoughts. Who do you believe got the most damage on Floyd Mayweather throughout his career? Shit, dude. Probably Diego Brandao? No. Marnell got some damage. No, because Bloody rocked him pretty hard. That's a great question, man. Marcus Morales. No, did he fight Morales? I can't remember off the top of my head. Like, I know, like, there was a fight where Mayweather definitely, like, early Mayweather days, like, a lot of people said, oh, Mayweather didn't win. I want to say it was Morales. Marcus, did he fight Marcus Morales? Some Morales kid? Definitely not that one fool. Maidana did not even hurt Floyd. Like, I don't even know why people thought Maidana hurt Floyd. Because Maidana didn't do shit to Floyd, dude. He was just throwing air punches, man. But I want to say Morales did, because I was gonna say Brondao, but Diego only got like one good round. But I don't even know if he fought Marco Morales, man. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. It's been such a long time. Yeah, but don't say Maidana. Like, anyone who says Maidana, dude, I get so pissed off. I'm like, why do y'all say what's it called, Maidana, man? I know Castillo. No, Castillo didn't really do shit though, man. People say Castillo won, but he didn't really do shit. Man, dude, I can't remember off the top of my head, but like, no, definitely not Maidana. Whoever says Maidana, I get pissed, dude. I go like, man, Maidana didn't do shit, man. All right. Let's see. Favorite Luther Reigns moment. What the fuck? Luther Reigns, damn. That one time when he big booted the Undertaker. I don't know. I don't even remember what Luther Reigns did. Oh, my favorite Simon Dean moment. My favorite Simon Dean moment where he was like, he was telling this one guy to like stop eating cheeseburgers, and then Lashley came out and made him eat the cheeseburgers. I was laughing my ass off. I was like a little kid at that point. What's your favorite and least favorite 2K game? Like WWE or NBA? There's you forget I play both of those. So, but for WWE, 2K18. Favorite 2K game is 2K14. For NBA, my favorite 2K game is 2K11. The least favorite is 2K, probably 2K18 as well. 2K18, I play it too much though, but 2K18 is probably my favorite. Have you heard the rumors of Def Jam might be making another video game similar to Fight for New York? Oh, good. As long as it's not like that other Def Jam game they made with the music. Oh, that was stupid. Oh, yeah, no, I would love for another Def Jam game, man. Like, Def Jam Vendetta, that's the shit right there, man. Like, people don't even know how great Def Jam Vendetta is, man. Will Enzer ever go double platinum? No. No way. Favorite Mayweather promo? I want to say it was one of his earlier ones where he was talking about wife beating and stuff like that. Like how he always wanted to... was it against Diego Corrales? I can't remember. But he was just like, he was all like, oh yeah, he touches his wife, so I'm going to touch him and I'm going to make him feel all the pain for all the women out there. It's just funny when you hear that one. And then, like, you just think about it now, and Mayweather's just such an idiot. Favorite commercial you remember from your childhood? Oh, dude. Easy. Rock'em sock'em, rock'em sock'em, rock'em sock'em robots. Oh, I always wanted rock'em sock'em robots, man. Every time Nickelodeon would go to commercials, I would play. And, like, every time when I go to Toys R Us, I would always try to convince. And like, here's the thing. My parents weren't, like, conceited. Like, anything. Like, they didn't care. But my grandma did not want my mom to buy me that toy. And so my mom never bought me the toy and everything like that because my grandma hated that toy because she thought it would provoke me and my brother to wanting to punch each other and stuff like that. But I always remember that, dude. I always would get hype and stuff like that. And then the Bop It commercials, man. And you know what? Capri Sun had some underrated commercials too, man. Do you feel that WWE Evolution pay-per-view might be a glorified botch spot fest minus our girl cringe Ronda? Oh, 100%. I think that's going to be a low-quality show, honestly. Favorite Kanye West song? That's so hard, man. It just depends on my mood. Spaceship is up there. I'm just working this grave shift and that main shit. Slow jams. Workout Plan. I don't have to say the new Workout Plan is probably my favorite Kanye song. Like, of all time. Like, it's just such a great song, dude. Like, I just, like, get hyped every time I see it. I know the lyrics off the top of my head when that song plays. Like new Workout Plan for sure. I'm more of, like, the older Kanye stuff, man. Do you think Zack Ryder could be good if booked correctly? Yeah, I mean, look at him in the United States title run that he had. He was over with the crowd. The crowd liked him and stuff like that. Yeah. Any wrestler can be good if they were booked correctly. It just depends on the talent and how they do with it, man. All right. What up, Degenerate Stronggun? How are you, man? What do you think of Keith Lee? Haven't seen much of him. You know, like, I'm going to be real. When I see a talent, I haven't seen much of him. He looks interesting, though. I don't know what his age is, but he looks like he's like 40, man. Like, he doesn't look like a young talent at all. But he looks like a beast, man, so hopefully he does well, man. Chase, I remember SummerSlam used to be good, like, from 2009 through 2014. Since 2015, it's been shit. Yeah, SummerSlam is, let's see, 2015 SummerSlam was, last year's, 2 years ago, SummerSlam was definitely bad. Last year's SummerSlam, I don't know, man. That Fatal 4-Way was pretty sick. I can't hate on that Fatal 4-Way. That was a sick match. So, yeah, man. I would have to go with, yeah, I guess. Oh, Roses? That's a good Kanye West song. If Ronda's one of your favorites, the Batman want to apologize for all the insults. You can insult my favorites, Batman. I don't care. I'm not sensitive like most wrestling fans. I don't care. You can insult my favorites. Who cares? He does. Yeah, CPZ. He does like a. He looks like the, what's it called? He looks like the principal that you just don't want to fuck up, man. Like he just looks like an angry principal or like an angry gym coach or something like that. Like he just looks old as hell, man. Yeah, I've watched PWG, but I haven't seen much of Keith Lee's work. Like I haven't watched him specifically. I only watch like specific stuff from PWG. You know, I don't watch like DVDs or anything like that. Ever had a bad moment eating Little Caesars pizza? You know what, man? Little Caesars pizza has never really treated me bad. Like, I've never gotten sick with Little Caesars at all, even with their wings. Like, I've always heard people with these stories, but never me. But, man, dude, I can tell you, I'm done going to Buffalo Wild Wings down the street from my house, man. Buffalo Wild Wings, man, I would, like, don't get me wrong. They have good beer selections, but any food I've ever eaten there, man, anytime I have eaten food at Buffalo Wild Wings down the street of my life, down the street of my house, I get sick, dude. Like, I feel like shit the next day. Like, even when I get the wings dry, dude. Like, when I get the wings dry, I'll eat them, and I'll still feel sick, man. Like, my B-dubs is trash, dude. And I've been to good Buffalo Wild Wings. Like I'm not saying, like, oh, all B-dubs are bad. I'm just saying I'm done going to the one down the street of my house. Like, if someone says, hey, Chase, let's go hit the B-dubs in the valley. Let's go hit the B-dubs somewhere else. Yeah, I'm down. But, like, when it comes to wings, man, if you're in the California area, Chewy's, man. Chewy's is where the wings are at for there, dude. Like, fuck B-dubs, dude. Anyone who gets B-dubs, man, fuck your team and everything like that. At least in the Simi Valley area. If a match between Akam and Garbage Man happened in WWE, which wrestler do you think would be the lazier of the two? Nothing can beat the laziness of Akam. Akam is the most laziest fucker I've ever seen, and I love it. He knows what spots he wants to take, and he's great. Garbage Man will do his stupid little spinning eel kick, and Akam will sell that and say, I'm done. Pin me 1, 2, 3, bitch. Garbage Man's not lazy. He just sucks. Akam, that's laziness right there. To the T. He's the most laziest WWE wrestler currently on the roster. It's not even fucking close. Watch those Opera Pain matches, and you will see Razor, the workhorse of the team, and you will see Akam just not even trying. It's great. I love him. Favorite Heidenreich moment? Oh, it's easy. The one where he raped Michael Cole. That's like the best, dude. You don't try to be like, can I read you a poem? I like Impact better than Lucha Underground, to be honest with you. Lucha Underground's always hit or miss for me, man. Favorite SummerSlam moments? Let's see if I agree with them. 2009 Undertaker's return. Yeah, that was cool. 2010 Cena burying the Nexus. Oh, no. No, that was the worst moment. 2009 Punk versus Cena. I was there live. That was great. 2012 Lesnar versus HHH. 2013 Triple H turning heel. Yeah, that was great. 2014 Lesnar burying Cena. No, that was bad. I don't like that. Would you ever buy an Enzo mixtape? No, I wouldn't buy that. No. That'd be a waste of my money. Who are your wildcard teams for the upcoming season? Wildcard teams. The Arizona Cardinals. The Miami Dolphins. There's like 2 other teams I would want to say, but I'm not 100% sure. Redskins lost Darius Geis, so no. Yeah, probably those are my 2 wildcard teams for sure, like, that no one's talking about. Because, like, the Cardinals, I look at their schedule, And I just say, man, dude, they have some decent talent, man. And if Sam Bradford just can play like Sam Bradford was for like he was for Minnesota, or if Josh Rosen ends up being the legit truth, they'll be good, man. They'll be good. But when it comes to the Dolphins, man, I just look at that team's talent. They have a bunch of good veterans. I think they're going to be solid, man. I think people are sleeping on them. Oh, Akam and Ambrose, that'd be the greatest, laziest match of all time, dude. Differences between SoCal and NorCal. Oh, man, huge. So SoCal, a lot of the people in SoCal are really chill. Just more laid back and everything like that. A lot of people are very, very, just like more or less like, they just kind of like do their own thing, and it's just more like SoCal is like with more Hispanics and African Americans. You know, we have our Asian demographic, but the Asians are definitely more in NorCal. Like NorCal is where all the Asians are and stuff like that. And then there's like different slang and dialect. Like SoCal kids and talk more like, you know, like the typical like you know, like the little, yeah, brah, yeah, that's sick, dude. Like, you know, you get those kind of like, you know, stereotypical SoCal folk that, you know, speak like that. Or you get like SoCal folk that, you know, speak, you know, a bunch of slang terms, you know, the gangster, you know, they speak like they're from the hood, or they speak like they are straight out from Mexico because we're closer from the border, so you get like the Mexican slang. So like SoCal just has it where it's like that. As well as SoCal, we're always big on like the Mexican food, the Thai food. You know, we have like a bunch of different things down here that like a lot of things that NorCal don't really have. So SoCal's like that, because like NorCal is like definitely like where it's just like like very, very like, you know, futuristic compared to SoCal. Like with SoCal, there's some residence areas that are bad. NorCal is more of like, you know, adventurers. Like if you're an outdoors type of person, you know, you'll get people with like southern accents, country accents, because, you know, there's a lot of farmers up in NorCal, a lot of rural areas, I'm like and stuff like that. Like it's not just like the Bay Area and stuff. There's like a lot of rural areas. It's much more nicer in NorCal when it comes to air conditioning and control. Because, you know, their air is much nicer, because, you know, Northern California doesn't have like, is not as overpopulated like Los Angeles is and stuff like that. So, you know, Northern California is like really, really nicer when it comes to the air and everything like that. You know, people there are just a little bit more strict and serious. But, you know, they have like the bomb Chinese food. Their soups are great and stuff like that. But yeah, man, when it comes down to it, NorCal is just a little bit different than SoCal. Well, not a little bit, but a lot different. Is there me, or the Samoja doesn't seem like he doesn't get two shits anymore? He don't care. He making his check. Good for Joe. He don't need to fucking try anymore. Why? He know he ain't win. If he knew he was winning at SummerSlam, yeah, he would try. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he won. I have like a deep feeling he's gonna win. Do you feel Ambrose is just taking a long vacation from WWE? It's almost been a year since his injury. No, I heard that his injury had a minor setback. So that's what I heard. You gonna be watching this year's Mae Young Classic? Maybe. I'll watch a couple matches here or there. I'm not going to review it or anything, but I'll watch it. Cena Buried the Next is the most funniest wrestling. Oh, no, man. 10-10-10. August 1st. Those are better. What do you mean Ambrose has been taking a vacation for the past 2 years? He has, man. He doesn't try in the ring, man. Who do you think is the best, worst in call-up from NXT tag and singles? Best call-up from NXT is Kevin Owens. Best call-up NXT tag? Jeez, has there been a good... I guess American Alpha by default, because we got that Jason Jordan. So, cool. Worst NXT tag call-up, The Ascension. All that hype for nothing. The worst NXT singles guy call-up? Damn, dude. Probably No Way Jose right now. Or Adam Rose. Adam Rose, actually. Yeah, Adam Rose. No Way Jose, there's still time to establish him. Will the Redskins ever win a Super Bowl? Well, the Redskins have won a Super Bowl in the past, so... Will they win another one? I don't know, man. When your management is like thinking that Alex Smith is an improvement over Kirk Cousins, I mean, maybe from a leadership standpoint, but from a player standpoint, I don't know about that one, man. Randy Orton must be pissed that Tama Tonga took his finisher. Everyone does the cutter, though. Jay Lethal does the cutter. What's a wrestling finish you still can't get over? Ooh. Like, in what way? Where I'm just like, I can't believe that motherfucker won? Like, One where I still can't get over, where like I was like, when I was like a complete total, like I believed in kayfabe, I still couldn't believe when like Triple H beat the Big Show one time. I was just like, what the fuck? How is this possible? I could not believe that. Another wrestling finish that I still can't get over to this day. Goldberg and Lesnar actually recently when like Goldberg beat him, because I called that. I said I would just want Goldberg to squash Lesnar, and just seeing Goldberg squash Lesnar was like the greatest scene. Like it's just something where I just sat there. I was like, The Rock beating Cena is another finish, because like all these years, man, I thought Cena was gonna beat The Rock. I was like, man, dude, I have to go watch fucking Cena beat my idol, The Rock. This is so stupid. And then when The Rock hit him with that rock bottom, when Cena was trying to do the stupid people's elbow, oh, it was so great. In the non-WWE one, probably I still can't get over Samoa Joe beating Kurt Angle at Lockdown. That shit what's it called? That shit made me happy. So yeah, those are some finishes I still can't get over to this day. Nate Diaz for the win or Dustin Poirier? I got Poirier. Do you think California will succeed from the USA? No, we don't have that much power. Do you find it funny Impact makes fun of the August 1st moment? Yeah, no, it's good. They should. It was like one of the funniest things that has ever happened in Impact history, next to Jeff Jarrett returning saying he's back, baby. Like, that was hilarious. You were hyping up this shit like it was the greatest scene of all time. Saying it was Batista, Goldberg, and acting like this was some big moment, dude. And then it happens. Some fucking shitty theme music plays. And out comes fucking Tito Ortiz. To no fucking reaction. Like, all that build up for fucking Tito Ortiz. Oh, it was great, man. No, NorCal is way more career driven. Fuck, no, SoCal, man, there's so much bums in SoCal. Hell no. I hope Kairi Sane wins the women's championship next year. You and me both, dude. Hope she wins it this Saturday. Next Saturday. Oh. Chris Sabin beat. Oh, yeah, Chris Sabin beat Bully Ray, man. I forgot. Yeah, man. My favorite Brock Lesnar WWE promo. There's a couple I actually like, man. I kind of like his when he was celebrating Eddie Guerrero being the #1 contender. He was like being a total dick, and he was like acting like that was going to be an easy title defense. That was actually a pretty good underrated Lesnar promo. He was like coming out with the mariachi and stuff like that. He was like, "Oh, I'm so excited to have to face Eddie Guerrero and stuff like that." And then that's a good Brock Lesnar promo. But my favorite is definitely the Heath Slater one, where he's like. He calls Heath back in the ring. Hey, you got kids? Yeah, I got kids. He goes, I got kids too. Come back here. Come back here. Heath Slater goes back into the ring. And then Brock Lesnar goes, I don't give a shit about your kids. Oh, man, dude. That's what we want. That one's great, dude. Why do people love the Nexus anyways? People invading, being angry. I don't know. Wrestling fans like invading angry groups. It's fun to them. Nothing much, Isaac Brock. This stream started off at 7:40, so about an hour. 58 minutes ago. I have to end it soon, but about an hour. I'll just give the New Day the WWE title, but other than that, no, not all the belts. Do you think Cain Velasquez will get a monster pop from the WWE crowd? Depends. Who's next for TJ? Cruz, Morales, Cejudo, or Sun Xiao? Dude, Rafael on Sun Xiao is the fucking Jacare of that division, dude. Never gonna get a title shot, so he's out. Morales makes too much sense, so no. Cejudo, go fight Demetrius again, man. That fight was way too close, honestly. Go Cruz. TJ and Cruz makes more sense to me. I would rather see that fight, too, to be honest. It was a good fight last time, too. Do you remember how Awkward Teeter used to hold the microphone? Yeah, dude. He didn't know what he was doing, dude. He would always cover up the stupid mic. How many times do you think New Day will win the tag titles this year? Maybe one. Yeah, one's good enough to predict. Lesnar versus Kane in WWE is a weird thought. Yeah, that is a weird thought. I heard Cyborg. Cyborg's actually pretty cool, man. Cyborg is pretty cool. What's it called? Cyborg's pretty cool, man. Like, she was like saying that, oh, I would wrestle Ronda. and stuff like that. Like, oh yeah, Ronda would wrestle me even if I knew I'd lose. I'd do it, but I don't know if she would want me to go. Like, I feel like Cyborg, honestly, like Cyborg's a wrestling fan too. I think she would do well in wrestling. She's a star too. Remember the John Cena Appreciation Night segment when Stephanie McMahon fired Ziggler, Garbage Man, and Ryback, and Cena acting all sad and nobody cared? Yeah, that was the funniest segment, dude. Thoughts on Darren Till not caring about his family, just his supposed legacy? It's so funny how, like, Darren Till, man, like, here's a chance for Darren. Like, the thing is, UFC's all like, man, dude, I'm looking for, like, we're looking for young stars. Conor, for as much shit Conor talks, man, the one thing people like about him as a person, dude does everything because of his family and stuff like that. Darren Till, man, like, UFC's welterweight division, there's no stars unless GSP comes out of retirement. You have Tyron Woodley, who complains and pulls a race card every 2 seconds. Colby Covington, who's a walking WWE character. And here's Darren Till. Here's Darren Till, who is literally built like a brick house from another country like New Zealand. So he has like an appeal that, like, for whatever reason that these out-of-state people don't have. He can appeal worldwide, as I should say. He's a knockout artist, and he's undefeated. And then this motherfucker goes and goes, I don't care. I don't care about my family. I have a daughter in Brazil that's been waiting for me. I don't care about her. I really don't care about her. I have a kid on the way. All I care about is becoming the best. I come about being a champion. My fight is not with Tyron Woodley. My fight is with the weight scale. So yeah, man, like, come on. DC Keith looks like DC's uncle. Who's the best and worst King of the Ring winner? Barrett's the worst King of the Ring winner for sure. Best is Brock Lesnar. Do you think Woodley whines too much but deserves some respect? No, Woodley's a good fighter. He deserves respect. He just whines about stuff, man. Like who the fuck is Tyron Woodley after beating Robbie Lawler? I feel like I deserve a big money match against Nate Diaz or George St. Pierre. Like, no one's asking for that though. Like, you don't deserve shit. You gotta earn that, man. Which wrestling belt has the best and worst winners? Oh man, dude. The best winners would probably have to go to the WWE Championship just because there's so much great history with that belt. Worst winners, though, probably the Impact Grand title, dude. No, there are some good champions, though. What's the belt that oh, maybe the Impact TV Championship. That was pretty bad. What is your early NBA MVP and MIP predictions? Man, way too early. NBA MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. I think this year he's just going to go off. And then most improved, his former teammate, Jabari Parker. I think Parker can win that MIP award. He's going to be in Chicago. I don't know. Do the Pacers have someone that did back? Because the Pacers are like the winners of that award. Anytime they get a player, they always get like some random player, and then they end up winning. But I think for sure, man, that Jabari Parker from the Bulls right now, he's like a good favorite for MIP, man. Like, I can see him like making that big jump. Like, Parker's definitely up there when it comes down to it, man. Are you going to watch a KSI and Logan Paul fight? When's that happening? Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll see KSI kick his ass. Why not? Does it bug your mind believe how fans want Jay White to win the G1? Degenerate Sharingan, these fans are just blinded by idiocracy. So no, it didn't bug my mind. I just come to accept when fans say stupid shit. It's just I just know that New Japan clouds most of its fans' judgment. Do you think Wonder Boy was an idiot for wanting those knee kicks banned? Wait, he wanted knee kicks to be banned? Doesn't he do oblique kicks? What do you mean he wants those banned? He does those. He's attempted that. Like, what an idiot. Yeah, no, he is an idiot. But what's wrong with oblique? It's part of the strategy of MMA. It's not like you're trying to, what's it called? Like seriously, like it's not like you're trying to kill. You're not trying to kill the opponent doing it. It's just a strategy. Knee kicks are a part of the game, man. How would you want them? Like, I don't get that, dude. What would Jeff Hardy and the Nate Diaz promo sound like? You know, Nate, I feel like that we're going down the inner path of my mind. I know that right now my mind is not straight, but what I feel is a twist inside of me. Hey, man, I don't know what you're saying, But man, dude, that's some good shit that you're popping smoking, man. And I feel like you need to give me some of that shit, man. Like, I'm the real money fight. Fuck you. Fuck your title. I can't do Nate anymore. He hasn't talked enough for me, man. Lately, he's all like, hey, man, I was like, I don't know how to do a Taiwan Woodley, honestly. It's just more like you do a southern accent and you say how everyone's being racist. I feel like the race card is being used against me. I feel that Colby doesn't want to fight me, that Darren doesn't want to fight me. Look, I'm the welterweight champ. I deserve GSP or Nick Diaz. Which women's wrestler should Ronda Rousey face next on Raw? Mickie James. Thoughts on the new Invader Zim movie trailer? Oh, God. How did it ruin my childhood this time? I haven't seen it, Kadeem, but I gotta check this out now after the stream. Which wrestling legend would you return to face current day talent, and which current day talent would you have them face? Sting, and pretty much most of the WWE roster. I wish Sting could come back, man. He would be great for today's WWE. I can picture you being a funny WWE character wearing a tuxedo and glasses, just a pimp slapping jobbers randomly. I'll suggest that that's my gimmick, like the gentleman Chase Oliver, and I'll be like, and then they'll be like, oh, what's the thing? What do you mean it's not a live stream without the Conor McGregor impersonation? Get the fuck on out of your CPC. You don't need to hear what the fuck I have to say. Habib is going down. October 6th can't come fast enough. Everyone is saying, oh, Conor, how are you gonna fucking handle the wrestling of Khabib? I freaking stuffed takedowns from Nate Diaz, a giant. I fucking stuffed takedowns from freaking Eddie Alvarez. It don't matter. Khabib is just like Eddie Alvarez, a short, lanky man with a T-Rex arms. He ain't gonna do fucking nothing. He ain't doing fucking nothing. He's going to come right in and I'm going to slip him. I predict the first round knockout easy. What he's going to do is he's going to go for the takedown, but I'm going to stuff it down easy, and then Khabib's going to wonder what he's going to do. He's going to try to set up with a couple of strikes, you know, going in right here with his right and his left. And we all know what happens when he tries to strike. He's got hit. But when he gets hit by me, he gets knocked out. Because I don't freaking just hit people. He has never fought a top 10 guy. I fought in top 5 guys. Heck, I fought in the best of all time. I fought a giant like Nate Diaz. Khabib has fought no one. And I'm going to fucking beat him. And then after I fucking beat him, I'm going to go on and I'm going to go call out GSP. And GSP and I will main event Madison Square Garden the next week. I would like to take this time to apologize to absolutely fucking no one. Is TJ Dillashaw the greatest bantamweight fighter of all time? No. Bibiano, who is not even in the UFC, is pretty damn good. Or Bibiano, whatever his name is. Bibiano. He's pretty damn good. And also Dominic Cruz, the Dominator, Miguel Ángel Torres, so on and so forth. Favorite heel Ryback moment where he poured the chili on that one dude. I don't know why I laughed my head off, man. I thought that shit was great, dude. He was just like so mean. He's like, "No, are you gonna eat that or what? Here's a spoon." Ryback rules. Colby Covington wants to make wrestling great again, he said, huh? Do you think Sting could have had a good run if he didn't have to retire? What would you do with him? Oh, yeah, he would have had a good run. He would be WWE champion for me. I would make Sting WWE champion. I don't care. Hey, TNA made him champion. Why not WWE? Fuck it. He's a champion in my book, dude. Make him a WWE champion. So, yeah. Colby Covington or Adrian Broner? Who's trash talking is annoying? Oh, Broner, dude. Hey, yo, it's your boy, AB here. I just make money all day. It don't matter who I pay. I pay everyone. I take down everyone. It don't matter. You can go against me. They don't make more money than me. That was sure. Like Colby Covington, at least he has witty nicknames. Like he has witty nicknames like Rapio Dos Nachos. And then, what do you call Darren Till? He called him the cake weight or something like that. Or like Booger Eater or something. Like he had like a funny name recently for Darren Till and I laughed hearing it. Like Colby Covington's at least witty sometimes. Adrian Broner, dude, he's not witty. He's just annoying. I hope Kurt Angle stays GM for a long time, Xander. Kurt Angle impressions are like draws for my Raw reviews. Oh, it's true, Xander. It's damn true. Now I know you guys are wondering how much longer I'd be WWE GM. But I'll tell you, if I had it my way, I'd be GM for a long time. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. I need Kurt Angle. Like, he's a saving grace for my Raw reviews. He helps me out because if I don't have any material, like literally, this is what I have sometimes in my notes for Raw reviews. I'll have it where it's like if you forget something, Kurt Angle impression. I literally have that in my notes where it's like if you need to, if you forget something, do a Kurt Angle impression, it will work. So yeah, like for me, what's it called? Like what's it called? Like that. That's why what's it called? That's why I need Kurt Angle. He saves my Raw reviews. If Steen didn't get hurt, then WrestleMania 32 should have been faced Undertaker. Yeah. AB's not even trash talking. He just says shit. He goes, "It's me, AB here." You know, Adrian Borner. How would WWE book Connor? The WWE wouldn't even fucking book me. I book myself, Degenerate Stronger. Get the fuck on out of here. You really think that I let the WWE book me? You're on your fucking mind. I'd walk right in. I would pimp slam Vince McMahon. No, I wouldn't. I would pimp slam Triple H. No, I wouldn't. Those are dongs. I'd go over there and I'd bitch slap Roman Reigns. I'd bitch slap Seth Rollins. I'd bitch slap all these little jabronis. And I'd tell them I'm the fucking king now. You should be thanking me that I even fucking took time to show up to your struggling product and help fucking save it. Then I'd go in the middle of the fucking ring. Just declare myself champion. See who can take the fucking belt off me. And then afterwards I would go on a 2-year-long reign of me being the most dominant guy. Then I would make sure that someone that is worth my damn time takes the belt off me, so that way I can have a training montage, take some time off for fucking saving the company, making that company more money than I could ever fucking see, and then afterwards, fucking come back, retake my throne, another 5 years as champ, retire as the champ, put that belt in the safe in the Hall of Fame with me, and then fucking retire and become a fucking billionaire. That's what I would fucking do. WWE wouldn't book me, I would book the WWE. That's the fucking truth. That was a pretty good Connor on my part. I really think that's what Connor would do. Who do you think is the best and worst WCW wrestler? Best WCW wrestler, probably Sting. Worst WCW wrestler, Crowbar, or whatever his name is. Canyon. Who's better than Canyon? Tillsbury Doughboy. There we go. Tillsbury Doughboy. I was laughing my ass off, man. Yeah, Tycho Woodley. Yeah, you're like, Kobe at least has some funny names to it, man. Do you think Triple H used to fork over some money to get Connor to WrestleMania match? Oh, yeah. And they should. Is Ryback retired? No, Degenerate Strong It's called Ryback has way too high value of himself, man. What do you think is the most overrated SummerSlam ever? You know, it's funny, man. I don't know why everyone loves, like, the 2000, what's it called? The 2014 SummerSlam where Cena jobs out to Brock. I feel like that's the most overrated one, in my personal opinion. Who do you think is the most overhyped and most underrated WCW wrestler? Oh, most overhyped WCW wrestler? Jeez, dude. Oh, I'll probably get hate for this one, but probably Billy Kidman for overhyped. And then the most underrated was probably Buff Bagwell. Do you think Bobby Knuckles will be like Dominic Cruz, getting injured frequently? Yeah, it seems like it, man. I just think, too, because he's a welterweight fighting at middleweight, so yeah. Dan Bones is taking the nap, probably. Can you do Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe? Now, Samoa Joe, I know you want a match at SummerSlam, but I can't promise you anything. Kurt, all your promises are nothing but fake words that you make. But what you need to realize, Kurt, is that you need to freaking make me a match at SummerSlam. Alright, Samoa Joe, I will. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. Kurt, it better be true. It better be damn true. Because if it's not true, Kurt, then I'm going to take it out on your family. And that right there, it's true. It's damn true. So there you go. There's a Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe promo off the top of my head. Should there be a wrestling character like Mayweather where they win clean all the time and people hate them because they just talk shit and win? Yeah, that makes just too much sense, those CPs. I think they're trying to do that with Leo Rush on NXT. He's kind of like Mayweather in a way. Like, you know, he's like a dick. He's a money grabber. He talks shit all the time and stuff like that. But yeah, that would be a good gimmick. But I wouldn't say like that's a main event gimmick right away. That's something, like I said, like a Leo Rush on 205 Live, an NXT wrestler. You know, someone like that would work down in NXT. Like Bo Dallas was kind of like that in a way, because remember, he was winning with it, and he was like he wasn't talking shit, but he'll be like way too positive with people. So yeah. All right, guys, that is it for this Q&A and this stream. Thank you guys very much for coming on and joining in, talking about Impact Wrestling G1 and doing a random Q&A. I got to go watch the greatest movie of all time, The Meg. So yeah, who do you think deserves to fight Woodley at UFC 228? For me, probably Colby, but he's not going to be able to fight. Honestly, GSP. But yeah, so anyways, I'm going to go watch Jason Statham fight a giant shark. It's one of my dream movies. I can't believe someone actually made this scene into a real life. So yeah, it's going to be sick. Hopefully I don't have any nightmares. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Remember, guys, just like the #1 contender from the UFC Heavyweight Championship, Brock Lesnar, and our Universal Champion, sometimes you don't have to give a shit in life. And yo.